Hello! Today's video topic is how to programmatically rename all of the columns in a table to remove underscores and capitalize the first letter of each word. This is a best practice guideline from Microsoft to rename all of your columns to be friendly because it's good for usability for your users to understand more easily what they are looking at, and also because the natural language query in Power BI uses those column names to identify things. So it can be a huge pain when you have a really big table that's got dozens of columns on it and you need to go through and rename everything. So I went and Googled how to do that for everything all at once, and there was a Microsoft community article on the topic. So this person is having the same problem where they've got an Oracle database where everything's in all uppercase with underscores and they want to rename everything. And this person here has a solution for us to try. So I'm going to put a link to this article in the video description, and if you find this useful, please feel free to follow it and give them a thumbs up because it is their idea and their code. Not mine. I'm just demoing it. So I took what they posted and I changed the wording around a little bit to match how I like to name my query steps, and I'll show you what that looks like here. So I've got a Postgres table here of public data where we have all of the column titles in lowercase with underscores. So what I'm going to do is every time I am doing something new in the advanced editor, I like to duplicate my table and try it out on a copy of the table first, and then take whatever I did and paste it back into the original query. There's no version control on these things, so if you screw something up, it can be really hard to go back and fix it if you don't do this. It's just my personal preference. So what I'm gonna do is go into my first step of the source, and we're going to look for where it pulls the data in. So in that case, it's this step here. And the best time to do this is when you're setting up a new query, because all of your query steps reference your column titles. And so if you rename all of them, you're going to have a whole lot of things to go back and update, and all of your visuals use your column titles too. So it's better to do this at the beginning rather than later on. So I'm just going to add a comma after this line here and hit enter to go down a line, and then paste in, replacing everything underneath that with this. And I'm going to put this in the video description too. So whenever we're copying and pasting things, we need to update the references in here. So what this is trying to do is get the column titles from this step up here. And in this step up here, this is what it's named. So you'll see a name of something equals and then source, blah, blah, blah. We're going to replace this word with what we are actually trying to reference, which is this step here. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it in wherever I see data in the steps below that. So there and here and here. So it should be 3 places. And then we are going to click done down here. And there we go. So all of our columns have been renamed and the underscores removed. And these steps won't break query folding. So if you add steps below this that use query folding, great. All right, so now we're going to take what we've done and put it back into our original query. And I normally would have only done this step of duplicating the table and copying and pasting it back and forth if I had a whole series of other transformation steps below that I wanted to make sure I didn't break. But in this case, I just want to demonstrate it as a concept. So don't feel like if you have a brand new query, like you have to duplicate your table and do all of these extra steps. But so we're just going to take this and copy it. And then we are going to go back here to the advanced editor and overwrite what was in there. And then delete this test table. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.